Hey everybody, welcome to RCJ Gaming. Just want to say a big thank you for your likes, comments and your support. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please do like and subscribe, and we'll get on with today's episode.
Hi everybody, welcome back to RCJ Gaming. As it's the 1st of December, I wanted to do something a little bit special on today's episode. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to do a texture changing machine. It will come like apparent at the end of the, towards the end of the video. But I want to change my build into the Christmas texture pack. And I thought, well, I could be boring and I could actually do it the plain simple way, but at the end of the day, nah. I thought it's got to be done, so what I'm going to do is make a redstone machine. And what I've also done is I've started to make a Christmas tree, which don't look very Christmassy at the moment, but what I'm hoping is that once it actually gets turned into the texture pack, then it will be. But on my shout out wall today, I want to give a shout out to MC YouTubers. They had a competition running on their Twitter page, and I was the overall winner of it. So I just want to say a big thank you for my prize and the opportunity, really, and welcome to the Little Kingdom. But down here is like obviously where the doghouse was and all my wheat farm and stuff. The area's coming on quite nicely. I've cleared out quite a lot of the space already. I've changed the dog bone to white wool in the middle instead of it being all soul sand, just to generally make it look a little bit, a little bit nicer, and I think it looks more like a bone now than it did like the last time. So yeah, what it is though, this area, what you can see, I've had to clear out. I've put some dirt over the ravine to give me a little bit more working space. I don't know if I'm going to need it, but at the end of the day, I've got now the extra bit of room to, to actually be able to work and stuff. And I've started to lay some of the flooring to what will be I don't know if it's going to be a lab, an office, I'm not quite sure as such what it's going to be, but yeah, so what we'll do is we'll go and start getting some of the materials, and we'll get the build started. Because what I've got to do first, I've got to get some glowstone, and we can start making some glowstone lamps, because that's going to be the main bit. Because what I'm planning on doing is where the machine is, the bottom bit will have the lights constantly turned on, and then when the machine's about to work, it will start to flicker and stuff. And that's the plan. If it's going to work or not, and that is just, that's just a mystery as well. Because me and Redstone, we don't really go to well, we don't go well together at all at the moment. But I think I'm going to need around 8 of them. It's either going to be, I don't know if I need 4 for the bottom and 4 for the top, or 8 for the bottom. I don't know. This is all basically trial and error, and yeah, it's pretty much my own design, my own idea as such to be able to make the machine. And usually, if I ain't following like a pattern or guide, then I ain't usually that good like. But hopefully now we'll finish off with the last the two lamps, and then we can start going and building this. And once it's started to be built, then we can get the texture pack changed like, and then we can actually start being Christmas. So let's get on with this. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be, yep. Alright then, hopefully we will now be able to get some repeaters. I should have enough anyway, I should do. If not, it looks like I've got to go and have another trip, but the mining ain't one of the best things in the world to be done, so Right, let's have a look. We also need to have my levers and a couple of redstone torches as well. So what you've generally got to do is, if you go to the first light, you've got to put 2 repeaters side by side and then one underneath, leave a gap, and generally just repeat it. But I don't know if I need it that big or not, so I may need to start deleting a few afterwards. But what we do is we can start putting in the redstone in a minute and seeing if it does actually, see if it does actually all come together. So, right, let me see. This is generally, I'm hoping, will connect all the redstone up. See, that one ain't connected to anything though. But come on, let me see. Right, we'll put the 2 repeaters going in as well. Forgot about that on the gap, and then you have one going backwards and stuff. Trying to work out. See, that's going to obviously work. Now, that's going to work 4, or it should work 4. So what we do is we'll just get rid of these ones again, and then we can. I think we'll get the light tested and see if it's actually working as such. So that's the thing though, when you're doing these type of builds, I think it's all trial and error, to be fair. You know, sometimes you're going to go wrong, sometimes you might go right. Well, you know, it's all dependent. So let's have a look at what we need now. Okay, levers and torches. They're the 2 most important things we're going to need. Right. And now what we've got to do is we'll lay a block next to like that channel of YouTube there. YouTube? And redstone, that's the one. What am I on about? Right then. And now they should. Yeah, see, so that's worked for them. So what I might do is just get rid of the other 4 and I'll find another place for them. So we'll just delete these, and then I think if we get some of the sides started to be built up first, it's just generally my usual cobblestone. I don't really build out much more apart from cobblestone and wood, but it gives the effect of my world and stuff, because obviously that's how it started off. So just want to keep to the same type of materials and keep it all blended in. So let's begin with some. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to put some glass on top of the glowstones, and then at the back of the glass I'm going to add some nether brick, but that's just generally for like the overall look. And then plus you don't need to see the redstone when you look for the glass and stuff. So, and then if we, for now, we'll put a layer of cobblestone along the top. But I'm reckoning that may need to, it may need to come out. I'm not quite sure. So I'm just literally building this just like as I'm going to. The redstone bit obviously I knew, but the machine and the general look after where I want it to be, that's just going off my head. So whatever decides to pop in there, that is what's going up. I'm going to put the torch and the redstone on the right hand side. I think that's the way anyway. You know what? But I just can't remember when I've come into and sort it. Right, because the idea is I want it to like be an inverter type thing. So obviously when the torches say off, the lights will stay on, and then vice versa, and then they start to flash and stuff. That's the overall effect I'm trying to aim for. It's just depending if it's actually going to work or not. So what I think it is, I think I'm going to need to do it on the left hand side. I reckon that's going to be See, that's doing what I want it to do, but it's the fact of trying to get the redstone to link it. So, well, what we do is we build this like little clock circuit first, and then we can always work it out. And the clock circuit is just generally a block of choice, a torch, and then you got to do a loop of redstone with one repeater. And what that does, it just basically sends the signal back into the torch, but it's also got to be on 4 ticks delay, because if not, it will burn itself out. And then when it goes back to the torch, you know, it's a simple redstone light circuit, but yeah, I think it's quite effective, really. And then, yeah, see, boy, if I think I've got to take some of the wall out. I didn't really want to have to do any clearing up, like, but if we take out a strip, just so we can run the glowstone in, because otherwise, if it hits the other one, it's going to wreck it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay with glowstone down here, and I'm going to glowstone my redstone. That's the one. I'll tell you what, it's been a long day, a really long day, and I'm like, right. And now we need a repeater. That's just generally to keep the strength of the signal going. And now we have got it flashing, which is a bonus. But obviously, I need it to stop flashing for when the machine's not working and stuff. And that's why I think the lever has got to be on the opposite side. So what I do is we'll lay the redstone out, and then we can build another pillar up, and hopefully, all being well, I say all being well, this should actually work how we want it to. So we'll get rid of this and recycle it over on the other side, and yeah, hopefully all should be according to plan. So if we add the lever in now, there you go, see it has stopped, which is a bonus, and then it might start it then once we do the lever. Yay, there we go. Right then, that's quite cool. I'm quite pleased with that. That is definitely a bonus, but it actually works. Sorted. Right then, at least now we can get on with doing the top bit, which I think it is going to need some glowstone up there, because, well, not glowstone, you know, the lamps and stuff. Because then I can add some levers onto it, and then that way I can actually pick where I'm going to go with the weld, and, you know, whatever lever I move is where I'm going to be sent to. Alright, I'm just going to get some more levers, because I ain't got any. And then we can begin in getting that part ready. Alright, where am I? Okay, I'm going to need some more sticks, because without a stick you can't have a lever. So, right then, let's go and put these on and see what happens. Hopefully it should turn on one light at a time, I'm hoping. Right. No. Oh, typical. Right, I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to space them. I'm going to have to obviously, like, do one, leave one, do one, leave one, and vice versa. And then that way it should work if they're like individually on their own. So let's start spacing them and seeing what we can actually do. Let's see if we now, and then the one on the end we should be able to put one in, and then we can fill the rest of the gaps in with the cobblestone, and that should be a lot better. So, right, let's get these levers back on, and then we can get on with actually building the office, because at least now we've got the machine, but there's no point having a machine if you ain't got an office to or a lab to put them in. See, look at that. That's better. That's what I should have done in the first place. How soft is that? Right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed the video up and carry on with the outs, all the walls and stuff. And then once I've done that, I will be right back. So, bye for now.
Understand all my subtle remarks and cool down the iron every time that it sparks. I try to strike it while it's still hot, but you keep making light of my love. Things you don't mean on a trail of destruction. Just call your style. You say words like forever, but you mean them for a little while. On the up and open, and always with a smile. Oh, you keep saying things you don't mean. just call your style. You say words like forever, but you mean them for a little while. On the up and open, and always with a smile. Oh, you keep saying things you don't mean.
Hi everybody and welcome back. Now then, what we've managed to do is we've got the outside of the walls done now to the office, which I've got to say I'm quite impressed with that. It's looking quite nice. We've also got, like, I don't know if you've just seen it, in the corner there's like a Christmas teleporter, because obviously now it's the 1st of December. The teleporter should allow us as well to go and visit the North Pole. And while I was filming, like speeding up as well, we had another dog. So what I'm going to do is, if you want to name this one as well for me, drop a name down below. Obviously, if there's a few names to the last time, then I can use one of them as well. So yeah, we have now 2 dogs and to my family. That's quite a bonus, really. I'm quite impressed with that. Yeah, right, Mr. No Name and Mr. No Name. We will get a name for you, and then I can start naming you then. Right. But I think what we need to do now is pull the levers and actually see if this thing will work and if it will take us over to the Christmas Tetra Pack. You know, there's only one way to find out, and I guess without further ado we'll pull that lever and we'll pull this one and off we go. Oh, you know what, just look at that. That is absolutely perfect. It's worked the dream, that is. We'll just we'll turn it off just so like it doesn't decide to change its back again, because well, until the end of December we will be staying in this Tetra Pack. Also, I do quite like it. It's really nice. The glass panes look quite cool. And that, you know what, my bone just looks absolutely fantastic. It really does. It is, I gotta say, it is a really nice. It's a really nice Tetra Pack. I've got candy canes as wheat. You know, your chest some like presents, but that will be a good idea because we can put them underneath the tree. And if you look at the stone is just fantastic. You know, it's yeah. And my Christmas tree actually looks like a Christmas tree ish. I think it needs the presents underneath it to finish it off, but it does actually look quite nice and stuff. So, you know, it's pretty cool. Let's go and see what's happened to the animals. My cows have got a wood jumper on. Yep, and the horse sorted. They've got to be warm, you know. It's the snow outside, and well, they've got to be nice and warm, don't they? So, yeah, I think what we do is we'll head back in, and hopefully we can start going down that portal. Well, so I say down the portal, can go up the portal, because I'm quite looking forward to going to Santa's Wonderland. They're going to see Santa. And you know what? The portal absolutely looks. It don't look scary anymore, man. That looks fantastic. This texture pack is just awesome. It really is. So, as you can see, there is the teleportation, which hopefully should take me through to the Santa's basic grow in the North Pole. But right, what we'll do is we'll head in and let's see what happens. That is awesome. Awesome. Yes, we are now in Santa's Winter Wonderland. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the video here, and in the next one we can explore, see what there is on it, and have a little bit of adventure. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now.